Hey YouTube, we're about to get ready for you as well. Give us like a minute. You know I gotta set you guys up. All right, I gotta set you guys up. Okay. Say that. So yeah, so I'm not surprised that I didn't get to see the Monterrey River play game, but I'm not surprised that those types of games are gonna get that type of level of play. That it looks messy and disorganized and all that stuff. Lovely to us the fact that we aren't competing there anymore isn't good for Liga Mets. I agree. Liga Mets needs to get back to Copa Libertadores. They need to find a way to do it, and I would also argue MLS into that. They need to get there because there's just these teams benefit. These teams benefit from doing that. Absolutely, they would benefit from participating in Libertadores. Todavía no se habla cuando saldrán los boletos para el Mundial Público. No, no todavía. No todavía. Porque Infantino quiere todo el enfoque sea en el Mundial de Clubes. Todo el enfoque que sea en el Mundial de Clubes. Eso es lo que quiere Infantino. All right, YouTube, let's go live. Let's go live. Thank you. Dale mi gente. ¿Cómo está YouTube? I know it's been a minute. I haven't done the Trial Football Fan Show in a minute just because I've been doing a lot of other content. But if you're watching this on replay, make sure that you're subscribed, like it, click on the bell button, comment, please. We need to get. We're in the final stretch, man. I've just been struggling to get some content out, put some presence back into this. But we're almost there for 1,000 watch hours. So please, all your support is welcome. And please follow me across all socials. Also TikTok. Please make sure you follow me across all socials. Subscribe to my YouTube. We're doing the live right now on the YouTube live stream. So we're gonna be rolling up. We're watching right now FIFA Club World Cup. I got Atletico Madrid, Botafogo on the TV. This is probably the marquee matchup right here of this group because Sounders are basically out. So yeah. Sincera hospitality. Yeah. So everything regarding World Cup tickets is gonna be after Club World Cup. Infantino does not want anything else to distract from the FIFA Club World Cup. That's just how it is. Essentially the Ascenso needs to be back. Yeah, I mean, I definitely. Is that penalty? No penalty. No penalty whatsoever. Now listen, I want Atletico Madrid to lose because they've been complaining about the weather so damn much. Like I want these Europeans to get all knocked out because what do you mean you're not used to 87 degrees? Like this is our life here in the Americas, bro. Like what the hell? Y'all ain't used to 87 degrees, bro. Like my young kids sometimes have to play in this weather. All right, and they're not trained to deal with this type of environment. And you're telling me y'all complain about 87 degrees? Nah, man. Listen, I'm gonna need these Europeans to chill out, man. They literally want to chill out, but I'm gonna need these Europeans to chill on the complaint of the weather, because they're not gonna be ready next year. They are not gonna be ready for next year when this World Cup is just sizzling them. I'm gonna see Madrid on Tuesday. Dale. I mean, look, this Club World Cup, this is what I really want to talk about today, folks. And, again, if you're in the chat on TikTok, on YouTube, please go ahead, share your messages and whatnot. But this is kind of one of the points I want to talk about. I want to talk about this weather complaints by the Europeans. There you go. Them European genes getting fried over here. Bro, it's crazy because then it's like, you did all this colonization and stuff for y'all to be complaining about the weather afterwards. It's mental, bro. It's absolutely mental. And so now with soccer, it's like, and then you were complaining about the fact that the World Cup got moved to the winter. Then which one is it? You wanted the winter, you wanted the summer? You're not gonna get pristine conditions. It's not like Europe has pristine soccer conditions either, like that. It's just insane, man. Do you think Monterrey has a chance to go through? I think they do. Don't they? Doesn't Monterrey have a chance? I'm here on the live stream, by the way. If you want to join me there, we can take a look at the group. So Monterrey has 2 points. They already played River and Inter. They would have to play the Uruguay Reds. They could finish with 5 points. And so like they could finish with 5 points, but then Monterrey would have to whack Uruguay Red Diamonds, the Uruguay Reds. They would have to whack them, and then Inter and River play to a draw. One of them wins, right? I guess that's the way to do it for Monterrey. Am I collecting a sticker album? No, I'm not collecting the sticker album from the Club World Cup. I thought I said I was at first, but then Infantino putting himself in the album is just work. It's just levels of diabolical, bro. That is that's some diabolical shit, bro. Like for Infantino to put himself in a Panini sticker album, that's insane, bro. Like I can't support that. I cannot support that. Well, I actually could still go through. Yeah. I think they could still go through. They would have to beat Uruguay and get the goal difference, at least a plus 3 goal difference, just in case if River play an Inter draw. All right. What about for Boca? So Boca, I think Boca's a little bit of a tougher spot because they would have to whack Auckland City, and then Bayern has to beat Benfica, and they have to make up the goal difference that way. So right now Benfica's at +6. Boca's up -1. And remember, the first tiebreaker is head-to-head, actually. It's actually head-to-head, then it's goal difference. But because Benfica and Boca Juniors tied, then it would go to goal difference. So, yeah, you need Boca Juniors to be like 10 goals on Auckland City again. So that's 9. And Benfica to lose, maybe they don't need 9, but you get the point. They need to make up a 7-goal difference. So, yeah. Yeah, +8. I think it's +8, if I'm not mistaken. So, yeah. I think Club World Cup has been good. No, I do think the Club World Cup has been good. I was even at the Al Hilal Salzburg game. Le faltó el gol. Don't get me wrong. They needed the goal there in that game for Salzburg versus Salzburg and Al Hilal. But the fans were great. A lot of Al Hilal fans came out for that game. I was actually kind of surprised myself. Thursday, I'm going to go catch the Wydad Alain game. I want to see those Wydad fans come and march in. Might not be able to see the full game, but I'll see what I can do. But yeah, I do think that this Club World Cup has been good, and it has been saved by the Global South. The Global South teams, Argentina, Brazil, Mexico, shots to Inter Miami, let's throw them in there too, but then ES Tunis, Al Ahly, the Sundowns, and the Asian teams as well, what Uruguay Red Diamonds, their fans have been fantastic. I really do believe that the level of these fans has been fantastic, to say the least, and really has saved the Club World Cup for Infantino. Because if there was less teams from the Global South participating in this, then it would be a glorified friendlies. Then no one would be taking this tournament seriously. But because Botafogo beats PSG the way they did, because Fluminense has been on a tear, because Palmeiras has been doing well, I really do think these teams really sucking it to the Europeans has been really the reason why this Club World Cup has been successful for Infantino and for FIFA. I agree. South America definitely needs more spots. Newark Airport still in the dump. Not as bad as I think as it was a couple weeks ago, but they still need to get the. They still need more air traffic controls. Just in general across the U.S. I will say this though, Rose Bowl probably. Look, man, you can't do 12 o'clock games at the Rose Bowl. I will give the Europeans that. You can't do these games at 12 o'clock in the Rose Bowl, man. It's just it's not a stadium that's covered, bro. Like, that's only a winter stadium. It's not good for the summer. So I would say probably not the Rose Bowl again. Cheering hard for Messi. Can Inter Miami win the Club World Cup? Nah. Look, I had said that Seattle was going to get out of the group. It doesn't look like that's going to happen. I didn't think Inter Miami was going to beat one of the teams in the group because I thought that was the right mix of teams that were going to be tryhards. And they were going to screw over Inter Miami, especially the way Inter Miami's been playing defensively in the last couple of weeks in the lead up to the Club World Cup. But I'm actually surprised that Inter Miami was able to get that win over Porto. And Miami's in good position to advance to the next round. I don't think they still are good enough to win the tournament. By no way, shape, or form. But great. I'm really glad that Inter Miami has a good chance of making it through onto the next stage of the FIFA Club World Cup. I'm very impressed by them. When Mbappe comes back, it's over. Listen, man. Mbappe talked a lot of shit about South Americans. It's like, bro, this would have been the tournament for him to come back and like show it and like wreck all the South American teams. So yeah, I really do think that one of these South American teams do need to make the final though, for more vibes, But I do agree that more spots should be given to South American teams, especially if the FIFA Club World Cup does go to Brazil in 2029. I think that would be a good thing because Brazil's already asked for the FIFA Club World Cup to be hosted in Brazil in 2029, and I think that makes a heck of a lot of sense. A heck of a lot of sense. And Mbappe needs to go play at El Alto in Bolivia. Facts. I think every European team needs to go play at El Alto and then come back to us South Americans, to tell us like how shitty South American football is. He needs to go up there and gasp for air. What I think is going on with Vinny? Look, I don't follow Real Madrid that closely. Oof. Crunchy tacos on both. Damn. Okay. I don't think there's really much going on with Vinny, to be honest. I think Brazil just needs to organize itself a lot better. I mean, Ancelotti might be able to help it out, but yeah, that's that. What's up? FIFA World Cup in Brazil is pure aura and Joga Bonito. I mean, I think the Club World Cup will help Brazil regain some of that aura for itself because the national team's not doing so good right now. I will say that. All right. Apparently there's only one FIFA Collect drop pack. I know there's a couple I hadn't reviewed before. They're all sold out. I don't know how. Look, I don't know how they're still selling these packs on the FIFA Collect market and people want to buy them. I'm actually quite surprised that is the case. But apparently they're reselling that pack of the right to the final, that if your team makes the final, then you get to buy the ticket to the final, and they're not selling because they're apparently sold out for Argentina, Spain, France, England, and Brazil. I don't know who bought these packs, but I'm sorry, but they are psychos. Like, I mean, there's just no way to put it. They're absolute psychos for wanting to purchase these packs for $999. You can get out of here with that shit, bro. That's insane. America versus Madrid final would have fed families. I agree, but America fumbled the bag, right? They were given the golden opportunity to participate in this tournament. You know, FIFA wanted Club America to make it in this tournament. But they messed up, man. They fumbled the bag big. Do I think the U.S. has a chance to host again in 2029? No, I want Brazil to host it. Because we need to get our political situation under control a little bit. Because one thing that did mess up the potential viewership of this Club World Cup was the fact ICE, you know, and the threat of deporting people and everything did turn off a lot of people. So I do think that the U.S. just kind of has to, in a way, get punished a little bit for that. And I think the best way would be to, you know, take the Club World Cup to Brazil, show the vibes, and then, you know, let the U.S. kind of come back and compete for it again. What's up, the Qatar World Cup? I'm hopefully allowed can make it next one. Yeah, man, absolutely. Hopefully you can make it. But yeah. So that's gonna be I think at the end of the day, Club World Cup should go to Brazil. It really should go to Brazil. It should not come back to the U.S. Until we get our political situation, you know, resolved, or at least a bit more organized. So yeah, I will say though is this, okay? And again, you know, for those of you watching me on YouTube, thank you so much for watching me on YouTube. Over here, we only have one FIFA Collect drop pack to not really review because this one we had reviewed before. This is an absolute trash of a pack. Oh! Damn, Atletico almost scored. Shit. So yeah, don't buy this pack, folks. Don't buy this pack over here on the FIFA Collect drop. It's really not worth it at all. For $1,000, maybe you get an RTB for the final. No, absolutely not worth it. Take that out of your system. Like, you're not buying that at all, okay? Folks, do remember that I also did drop a new YouTube video. I shared content of my stadium tour of Estadio BBVA in Monterrey. I show where the seats are going to be, and I let you know what price you should expect for those seats at Estadio BBVA. Go check out my YouTube video as soon as you're done with the live stream, as soon as you're done here on TikTok. So that way you can see the views. Granted, it was a bit of a cloudy day, but you get to see the views, and you get to see more or less, and listen to some of the information that I had regarding the seating that's expected for Estadio BBVA for the 2026 World Cup. So go ahead and check it out as well, please, to support me. I am almost at 4,000 watch hours, so really, really would appreciate it. So yeah, can you explain the whole 3-continent thing for the 2030 World Cup? Yeah, it's simple. We're playing in 6 different countries, folks. We're playing in 6 different countries. Okay, it's ridiculous. It's as ridiculous as it sounds. Okay, so apparently we're playing 3 legacy games in. We're gonna play 3 legacy games in Paraguay, Uruguay, and in Argentina. Okay, so it's literally 3 legacy games. Okay, they probably should have put a group in South America to make it a bit more, at least logistically more friendly, but they're not. And then the rest of the World Cup, the entire rest of the 2030 World Cup will be played in Portugal, Spain, and Morocco. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, why would they do such a monstrosity? Well, that is because of 2034. Who gets to host the 2034 World Cup? Saudi Arabia. So, in a way, they did the whole, hey, let's add these 3 legacy games to South America as a means of getting rid of South America in the next rotation. And then that allows basically for Saudi Arabia to be the only bid from Asia to bid on the 2034 World Cup. There really wasn't any, debate on it. And then bada bing, bada boom, Saudi Arabia now gets to host 2034. So really, it's just, it was really just a setup for Saudi to get the 2034 World Cup. Which, look, you can hate, you can hate the player, but you can't hate the game, right? They did what they had to do to secure 2034. It's up to us whether we like it or not, So who could host 2038? Technically, it would be back to North America. Or Oceania, but Oceania's not going to host, right? Because New Zealand would not have any way, shape, or form the space to be able to host the 4018 tournament. So, technically speaking, it'd be Oceania because Europe and South America went before. Asia would have gone 2034, so technically North America. So technically speaking, North America would have the chance to host the 2038 World Cup. A lot rides on what happens next summer, for sure. Australia is Asia, so it would not be eligible for 2038. Australia is Asia. Saudi Arabia is in Asia, so Australia would not be eligible. Yep. So in 12 years' time, folks, we could be doing this again. In 12 years' time, we could be doing this again, folks. So, yeah. But, yeah, it will not be Australia because Saudi Arabia and Australia are both in the Asian Football Confederation. So, it will not be either one. It will not be either one. So, yeah. All right. Let's see here. Atletico 0-0 against Botafogo. About 5 minutes left till halftime. All right, perfect. What other questions you got, folks? What other questions? Bad defending by Botafogo. Don't let them score! No! Oh my goodness! Yo, they missed a shot. Alvarez missed a shot. When could Russia host again? Technically 2042. Yeah, obviously after the ban, right? But technically 2042 is when they would be able to be eligible to host again because, again, 2034 is Asia, 2038 would be back to North America. Never. And then 2042 would be open basically to anybody else. So, yeah, 2042 could be South America, it could be Europe. Or Africa, right? Sorry, did not mean to skip Africa, but Africa's in this included in 2030 because of Morocco. So, yeah. So, at the end of the day, that's where we are with the World Cups. But in terms of the Club World Cup, I'm actually, like I said, I'm very impressed that the Brazilian Federation was like, yo, we want to host the Club World Cup. That was very good of them. That was a very actually smart move on their end to do that. We'll have to see what FIFA says because, they might still think, oh, we can still get the money in America. But I think what they saw, and hopefully what they saw, right? I hope that Infantino doesn't have like rose-colored glasses for all of these games. I hope he realizes that you can't just price out the American sports fan. Like we're not loaded like that, bro. We don't have $200, $300 to spend at these games every single time like that. So if Infantino's not cool with that, if Infantino just doesn't like the way the American sportsman responded to this Club World Cup, then just send it to Brazil and let more legitimacy to that tournament exist. But I do think, and I will say this, get rid of the Intercontinental Cup. Like, we don't need that anymore. If you're going to do the Club World Cup, then get rid of the Intercontinental Cup. You know? So, yeah. Man, Botafogo has not attacked for shit ever since I put this game on. Right? It's just been all Atletico Madrid so far. That's all it's been. Oh my god, block him! Oh, no penalty! Nah, get up! Get up! Let's go, counter Botafogo, let's go! Now! Yo, Botafogo defending like crazy, yo. The Club Cup should be used like the Confederations Cup? No. No. It should not be. It should not be. I think that was one of the other mistakes of this Club World Cup. We thought this was a good preparation for the World Cup. It's not been a good preparation for the World Cup. We're playing at stadiums that are not going to be used for the World Cup. We're playing in cities that are not even going to be involved with the World Cup. I complete opposite. You know, it should be the Confederations Cup that should be used as prep for the World Cup, but it should not be the Club World Cup. The Club World Cup needs to be its own separate thing. You know? Infantino expects these sort of prices to be paid in a country that calls it soccer. Well, I mean, look, it doesn't matter what the hell we call it, bro. It's soccer, it's football. It don't matter what we call it. But I do agree that Infantino needs to stop calling this shit the Super Bowl, because then the hotels are going to charge you $700 a night for Uzbekistan, New Zealand, and I'm not paying $700 a night at a hotel for Uzbekistan, New Zealand. Like stop calling it 104 Super Bowls. Because unfortunately, a lot of U.S. fans don't understand that not every game is going to be Chiefs-Eagles. Seriously. And I agree. A lot of fans might not come to the U.S. because of what's going on here. I agree with that assessment too. Going tomorrow, Bank of America, so side. Dale. That's good stuff, man. Drink up a lot of water, man, because that stadium does not have a roof. Brazil Argentina would be great at hosting the Club World Cup. I agree. They should. We need it. For Club World Cup, we need a country with vibes for the clubs. I think for the World Cup, it could be anybody. But Club World Cup, from what I've seen, I think needs to be hosted in a country that has club vibes. I think that makes a little bit more sense. What the? They're checking a penalty against Botafogo? Oh no! The fuck, ref? No! No, don't check that. What happened here? No! Bro, he felt like a half second late. Bro, he felt like a full second later. There's no way. Okay. So yeah. I think overall, the Club World Cup has been saved by the South American teams, has been saved by the South American fans, of course, with the Uruguay Red Diamonds. I haven't seen the Ulsan Tigers, unfortunately, but ES Tunis, Al Ahly, the Mamelodi Sundowns, like those teams have brought their fan bases. They have saved this tournament. They've saved the vibes for all this. And honestly, Infantino is lucky. Completely lucky that these teams came out. And not so much the teams, but the fan bases came out and supported this. Yeah, no penalty against Botafogo. Let's go. Let's go. No penalty. All right. Well, clearly people are either out at the Club World Cup. They're either at this game or at the Sounders game. I might have to host that another time. We'll actually pick this up again in a little bit later. I also do have some other things to go, but I just wanted to jump in here today, right now, and like kind of share my thoughts on what's happened here. So yeah, so that was a foul there too. Yeah, and he fell like a second afterwards. Like that's just like that's no way that's a penalty at that regard. But anyway, folks, again, I did take out a new YouTube video. Go ahead, check it out. I pretty much share my thoughts on where to sit for Estadio BBVA, what to expect in regards to enjoying the views in Monterrey during the 2026 World Cup. Again, I'm gonna try to it looks like I'm gonna have to like rework my schedule for the travel football fan show. So yeah, just gonna need to get really need to pack this up again, pick this up again. Excuse me. So now we can increase the views. But again, if you're watching this off of the stream itself, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel. Make sure you follow me across all socials. Look, a lot of people paying attention to Club World Cup, but the countdown continues. Okay, how many days until June 11, 2026? 353 days, folks. 353 days to go. So if you haven't, started saving money, now is the time to start saving money. If you haven't done so, start getting yourself organized, because once this tournament is over, folks, we're off to the races for 2026. Okay? Absolutely off to the races for 2026. So we need to get ourselves ready. I know we're enjoying the footy right now of the Club World Cup, but man, the second this tournament ends, y'all gonna get caught so off guard. It's gonna be so many people are gonna be like, holy we need to get ready for 2026. So make sure you're taking all the financial steps that you can right now in order to be ready for 2026. Remember, I have my consultations available on my website. Remember that you're following me all across my other socials as well, so in that way you're not missing out on important content and information. Okay, I also did take out, and you know what, I might as well do this right now. I did take out a full list of the fan festival sites for 2026. Okay, it is available on my website, but you can also check it out here on this live stream right here. So I'll leave you with this as the last parting gift of this live stream right here. But yes, basically this is a full list of the fan festivals. And by the way, TikTok, this video is available. That list is available on a TikTok video and also on my website. But yeah, go ahead, check that list out. It's going to get updated as I get the host cities to message me with updated information regarding their fan festivals. All right, folks, I'm going to leave it there. Quick live. Clearly, I need to get back on schedule and maybe not.